Hey guys, sorry I haven't been vlogging in a while. It's because obviously I've been sick. I'm getting over my cold that I've had, and my nephew came up here for a week because he lives down south with his mom and my brother, and so he was here for a week to visit, and that was really cool, and so I couldn't make a vlog this entire week. So that's why I haven't been vlogging. Sorry. Vlogs will be back on track very soon. And yeah, so let's just get into the video. Okay, you probably can't tell right now, but I'm wearing a Giants jersey and a San Francisco Giants hat. It is because today I went to Giants Fanfest in San Francisco, which was something. It was my first ever fan fest. Okay, so getting right into it, I woke up at 5:30 in the morning this morning because obviously since the Giants won the World Series, it was going to be chaos, and so we wanted to get in the lines very early. Dedicated Giants fan, wow, awesome. And then I got on the road to my aunt and uncle's house at about 6:30 in the morning, a little later. Got to my aunt and uncle's house, and then me and my aunt and my cousin Shannon, we all drove up to San Francisco, and it was not a bad drive. It was about probably not even a 2-hour drive. So we finally got to San Francisco. We had to find parking first, and that was just like a whole adventure in itself because it was just like crazy. Parking was crazy. There was nowhere to park, so we finally got to this parking lot way in the back of the parking lot. It was so confusing. There was all these lines. We didn't know which line was which, and they were going on forever. One of the lines actually went from AT&T Park all the way across the Bay Bridge. That was crazy. That line we found out was the season ticket holder line, which I found it really stupid. I mean, because they let the season ticket holders into the park an hour and a half earlier than the rest of the fans, than the general public. So we found one line, and we waited in that line for a good, I don't know, 2 hours, I'd say. I don't even remember. It was a heck of a long wait. And when we finally got into AT&T Park, oh my god, there were tens of thousands of people. There were expected to be, at minimum, 40,000. I'm pretty sure it would be safe to say that there were 60,000+ people in one park, in AT&T Park. People were literally crowding the entire park. It was horrible. It was chaotic. It was pure chaos when we got in there. It was not worth it to actually wait in lines to get autographs from the players. The lines for those autograph booths wrapped around like the entire park. It was crazy. So instead of that, me, my cousin, and my aunt went up into the upper parts of AT&T Park, and we watched the question and answer sessions with different people associated with the Giants. We went there, we stayed at the question and answer session for a good, I don't know, like 2 hours maybe? 2.5 hours? I'm not too sure. We saw Matt Cain, Bruce Bochy, the manager. We saw Tim Lincecum, Freddie Sanchez, Brian Wilson, Bee-Wees, Posey, Buster Posey, obviously, Bumgarner, Panda, Pablo Sandoval, and that was about it. We didn't stay for the last part of the question and answer session where they had Barry Zito and I can't remember who else they had, but we didn't stay for the end. But oh my god, were these fans watching the question and answer sessions some of the most annoying, rude fans I've ever met in my entire life. Okay, this was supposed to be a question and answer session, not a stupid autograph session, okay? And these fans were so rude. They were crowding basically Tim Lincecum and Buster Posey, the main two. They were crowding them, like jumping up on the stage, wanting their autographs, yada yada yada. And of course, Tim Lincecum, he can't say no to autographs, so he was like trying to get as many autographs as possible, and that was just like delaying everything. And the security finally stepped in and hushed the crowds down, barely. The entire thing was just All in all, the players and everybody else at the question and answer session were really hilarious and kind-hearted, and it was really fun to watch them. I was like literally from like here to, I don't know, like a little farther than from here to that window. That's how close I was to the players. Oh my, I was in heaven. After that, we just walked around the park a couple times. We ran into Ashcon, and you know Ashcon, he's the Let's Go Giants guy. We ran into him 2 times, and in the very beginning when we first got to AT&T Park, he was there were fans crowding around him, and he was being interviewed by like the news and stuff like that. But after that, he just went into the park, and there was nobody really crowding him at all. There was just the only people really following him was his little film crew of 2 people just following him along. It was really cute. But yeah, we got to talk to Ashcon 2 times. Nice guy, really cool guy. He said yo. We made our way to the press box on the upper part where Kruk and Kuiper are always there during the games. And all the press people, and it was just like so cool because usually, obviously, during the regular season, the general public is not allowed up there. It's off limits. All of that's off limits. So that was really, really cool to see and just be in that room. And then my cousin Shan, she's so funny. She was like naming off like where all these people sat because she's like, she knows basically the Giants Association, everything that has to do with the Giants. She knows it back and forth. She could, oh my gosh, she could name every single person like ever associated with the Giants, not just the players, everybody. And so she was like naming off like where everybody would sit and everything. Oh my gosh, it was so funny. And sorry if I'm looking like down there a lot. It's because of, again, this board. It has like, I wrote down like everything that I'm going to talk about in the video so I don't like forget anything that's important, I guess I'd say. Anyways, made our way down to the field, and I got to walk on the actual field itself. That was crazy, crazy, crazy. I got to stand on the pitcher's mound, and we went and peeked in the autograph booth just to see who was there. Of course, there's the stupid fans that, I don't know, probably drank too much or something, and then this one fan chucked some food into the crowd, and then this other guy chucked some soda on him, and then this fight started off, and then the security had to come, and they had to take the people out of the park, and it was just like, really guys, really? You're just gonna be that stupid? It was pretty much nearing the end of the entire fan fest by this point. So we were making our way out of the park, and we noticed at the front gates, there was still a large, like huge crowd outside of the park. Like, they were like clinging onto the gate and everything because they wanted to be let in. So it was crazy, and then at like 2-something p.m. they opened the gates again, and then everybody just started flooding in, and my aunt, she like had pretty much a panic attack, and she's like, oh my gosh, they're gonna chase us, they're gonna trample us over, we need to run and get out of here. And me and my cousin are just like, no, they're not gonna catch up to us. We finally made it out of the park. We walked in, went to Panera Bread. Panera? Yeah, Panera Bread. And it was the first time I'd ever been there, and it was awesome. For what I had, I just got like a strawberry smoothie and an oatmeal raisin cookie. After that, we walked back towards the park, and we waited for, well, my cousin knows this secret place where not many people know, and I'm not going to say where it is, but it's a secret place where sometimes after games you can go and actually somewhat meet the players. And so we went there, and we were waiting, and we met this one guy, and he already said that a lot of the people, like Will Clark and Nate Shearholtz, and a lot of these guys had already passed by. And so we were like, okay, we're not going to wait out here for much longer. It's getting later, and we just want to go home. And so we gave up on that idea. So we made our way back into the parking lot, and we got a little scared because we couldn't find our car. We could not find our car. We walked all the way to the back, and we were just like, we could not see the car. We were kind of like, oh god, what if somebody stole it? That'd be really, really bad, because we don't live anywhere near San Francisco. And we found that it was just hiding behind another car, a bigger car. By this time, pretty much everyone had cleared out of the parking lot, except for a few, like, people left. We noticed that there was this group of, like, I don't know, 20-something-year-old guys, and their car was dead, and they needed to jump, but there was another group of people who could give them a jump, but they decided not to. Just give them a jump. It takes like a second. So they were stupid enough and they didn't give them a jump, so we ended up giving these guys a jump. These guys were like so funny because they were a little drunk, most of them, so they're just like giving my aunt a hug and being like, "You saved us and we love you even though we don't know who you are, and go Giants," and all this stuff. They were really hilarious. Me and my cousin were just dying in the car. It was really funny. We got on the road, went home, and we got home around a little after 6 p.m. So that was a very long day. That was my day at Giants 2011 Fanfest. Oh, I did take some footage of the question and answer video, and that footage will be in separate videos because it's a lot of footage, and I took it on my phone's camera, so it's not like the best quality or whatever, but still pretty good for what it is. And so those will be in separate videos. Be sure to subscribe. Click the little subscribe button above. I'm not too sure where it is, but the little yellow subscribe button if you like my videos. It's just a vlog channel. My main channel, Mrs. The Freak, you know, The Freak, Tim Lincecum. Be sure to subscribe to my main channel. Also be sure to follow me on Twitter. I will have the link in the underbar. And my cousin Shannon too, she has a Twitter, and you guys need to follow her if you're a Giants fan. You really need to follow her. She knows her stuff about the Giants. She really does. But I have a video question for all of you guys, and you can leave your answers to this question in the comments below. And my question is, if you went to Giants Fanfest this year, and what was your experience like, if it was any different or the same as mine was. Okay, I have to add this in, one quick thing. There was these girls at the question and answer session. They were like my age, and they were pretty much the most annoying. I hate to say this, but they were pretty much the most annoying girls on the planet, because they were like wearing their like booty shorts and everything, trying to like get some eye action from the Giants players and everything. They were obsessed with Posey because he was so cute. I mean, obviously I admit that Posey is he's not hard to look at, but I mean, seriously, don't just be there just for the looks. You really have to appreciate what these guys do for us. Anyway, so that is it, and I will talk to you guys later. Bye.